the home of the do-it-yourself trucker. When everything goes wrong, you got to Redneckanize.
What's going on, everybody? Hey, this is Ed. It's Ed with Redneckanize Radio coming at you. You know, we're live here every Sunday evening. Sunday evening, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. You call in at 516-387-1733, and we appreciate everybody joining us tonight. So, yeah, we're just continuing right along, and we don't want to forget to mention one of our great sponsors, and that's Trucker Tools and Trucker Tools app. The all-in-one app where you can track freight, book freight, all that kind of good stuff, and then you can also find fuel stops, maintenance facilities, parking, even Walmarts, and it's really cool. You can always download the app from the app stores or on your phone there, and they're always trying to make it better. So if there's something that you think would make it work good, if it's not working right for you, just let them know in there, give them a review, send them a message. You can even go on their website, truckertools.com, and they love trying to figure that out and make everything great, and they're always improving it to try to make it better for the drivers, because that's just, that's how they are. So like I said, you can check them out, truckertools.com, or you can, like I said, you can download the app and give them a good review, or let them know what you think, and then we'll appreciate it. Make sure you let them know you appreciate them supporting Redneckanize, because we appreciate that. So we're just going right along here, and speaking of the apps and all-in-one and all that kind of good stuff, Uber Freight is in the news again. It is something else, I tell you what. They are just going all in with this stuff, man. They have announced that they are purchasing TransPlace, and to me, that was a big deal, because I remember TransPlace being, pretty big. Well, if you looked at it, where was it? Right here. It's in Forbes magazine. It says Uber boosts trucking push with $2.25 billion deal to buy freight service TransPlace. And man, oh man, I tell you what. So, like I said, this here was on Forbes.com. It says, keep on going here. It says, ride-hail giant Uber is making a big push to beef up its trucking business by purchasing logistics service TransPlace for about $2.25 billion, intending to turn its Uber Freight unit into a top player in arranging and tracking shipments of goods. So, we'll just keep on going here and talking about it. So, they're talking about stock price and all this. Says Uber Freight said it has an agreement to buy a Frisco, Texas-based TransPlace for cash and $750 million of Uber stock from private equity firm TPG Capital. Assuming the deal clears regulatory approval, the company expects the deal to create one of the biggest tech platforms for shippers to manage the flow of goods. This is an opportunity to bring together complementary best-in-class technology solutions and operational excellence from two premier companies to create an industry-first shipper-to-carrier platform that will transform shippers' entire supply chains, delivering operational resilience and reducing the costs to a time when it matters most, Uber Freight Chief Lior Ron said in a statement. So from what I was told is that Uber Freight really wasn't making money. See, Uber makes money. Of course, they're ride share, and they do the Uber Eats, which made a lot of money during the lockdowns and all that. But the Uber Freight really hasn't made money, like profited anything. So for them to do this is a really big deal. And I think what it is, it's because Uber Freight really didn't have a customer base. They went to the shippers, and of course, shippers already had their contract signed with places like TransPlace, where TransPlace would be like a whole logistics outfit, like a manufacturer or somebody producing goods or trying to ship goods. They would call TransPlace and say, just handle it. And TransPlace would just be in charge of booking all of their freight, making sure their logistics gets handled. And by Uber doing this, so it's now like Uber sitting behind the desk at the shipper instead of somewhere else in a computer somewhere. And of course, what we all thought Uber was trying to do is they were trying to create the Uber app for hailing drivers, like hailing trucks. Like it would just ping the closest truck. Well, that's not exactly how it works, so we'll see how this all goes. But it continues on here. It says trucking and logistics remains a booming industry and seemingly endless growth in the demand of retailers and consumers for ever faster delivery of goods. Freight hauling by trucks is a massive business, generating gross revenues of $797.7 billion in 2019, according to an American Trucking Association estimate. That's fueled a push by tech companies, both makers of software services to book and manage shipments, as well as developers of autonomous trucks, into the freight business. Uber shed its autonomous truck program 3 years ago, but has continued to build up Uber Freight, which books freight deliveries. It says, our expectations is that shippers will see greater efficiency and transparency, and carriers will benefit from the scale to drive improved operating ratios. It says TransPlace CEO Frank McGinn said in a statement, all in all, we expect to significantly reduce shipper and carrier empty miles to the benefit of highway and road infrastructures and the environment. Uber in May reported that revenue for Uber Freight jumped 51% in 2021's first quarter to $301 million, the company's third biggest source of sales after delivery and ride services. Shares of Uber rose less than 1% to close at $47.57 in New York Stock Exchange trading on Thursday, I guess when that was announced. So see, even I mean, to me, if anybody would ask me about Uber Freight, I say it's hard. They threw a lot of money at it, and they were trying to take it over, and I just don't think they got it. I think they just went in it with the technology aspect of it, and technology ain't going to change the trucking industry. So I just tell you right now, it's a big deal. So that's what I thought about it, and I thought it was a big deal. Like I said, Forbes magazine talks about it, and a couple other websites did too, and we'll continue to share those as we see them. So we'll put that out there and see what everybody thinks about that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And see, we'll get that out there. But yeah, so what do you think about that? I didn't know what was going on with Uber. I thought they pretty much just fizzled out. First time we ever saw them was at the truck show. We were getting ready to go to the truck show like we always do, set up and deliver, set up and cook food for the drivers in the parking lot. And then we were talking to people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you guys are going to be the only ones out there," and nobody has anything planned and all that. And then like a week before the show, Uber Freight steps in and spends a lot of money, and they go out and buy pizzas and barbecue, and they hire a couple of guys to sing on a trailer and all that. And they just started taking over. And then of course, 2 years into it, they were the biggest outfit out there, and they threw a lot of money at the truck show to get a lot of people interested in Uber Freight. And I talked to a lot of drivers, especially some independents, and yeah, they did some contracts with those guys, but they try to make it where it's like, do it all through the app, and you can't do it that way because there's so much contracts that got to be signed, and then you got the freight confirmations and all that like that, and you can't just do it through the app. And what they want you to do is they want you to take whatever they got. I said, what about the rate? How do you negotiate the rate? Well, no, the rate's already set, is what the people told me, and I'm like, well, that's not going to work. You can't just set the rate and just expect the driver to take it. Driver may take it, but if you want a good driver's going to call you back and give you, throw it back at you and say, yeah, you're asking $250, I'll do it for $265. Things like that. So I didn't know if they changed that or not. Like I said, yeah, they do some negotiating, but they still try to push you to do it through the app and just take what the rate gives you. So that's what they kept saying. Let's see here. But yeah, we're going to keep on going with that. I don't know about anybody else, but I really enjoyed this weekend. Weather was nice down here in South Texas. Did a little riding on Saturday, and had a lot of fun doing that. But we keep on keeping on, and trying to do our best and make a lot of money out there in trucking. And I think everybody, if you like you said, you focus on your job, focus on your expenses, and you should do pretty well. And those kind of things is all what it takes out there. But yeah, so we're gonna put this article out there on our Facebook page after you can go check it out. And if you're looking for any kind of connections to the to our social media or our YouTube channel, which we really appreciate if you go subscribe to, you can go to redneckanize.com, and it got all the links there to our YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter also. And we try to stay active on that. It's hard to do that, because our outfit here, Redneckanize, we're truck drivers. We got jobs just like everybody else, and we keep up with what's going on in the world through social media, but we're also trying to post stuff out there, share it to the Facebook page and everything. So yeah, it's it's got us going on, and a lot of stuff doing. So it's you never know what's going to happen with that. But other than that, we're just rocking and rolling here, and we appreciate everybody joining in. And but yeah, so like I said, we're here Sunday evenings, 7 o'clock Eastern time, calling at 516-387-1733, and we just kind of rock it back here, keep it nice and easy. Doing a lot of things here that we do here, and I just try to keep up with what's going on in the business of it. But other than that, we just rocking back. But keep things going wrong, and we appreciate everybody joining us this evening, and we hope that everybody continues on to have a great time. And like I said, call us 516-387-1733. Don't forget to check out our website at Redneckanize.com. Got our links to our social media accounts and YouTube. Don't forget to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate you liking, sharing, and commenting on those videos and everything else. So we're going to hang out here. Be right back in a few minutes, and don't go away. This is Redneckanize Radio.